U.S. President Donald Trump has announced he is considering imposing tariffs on semiconductors, automobiles, and other imported goods, following those already in place on steel and aluminum. The move is raising concerns across affected industries.
트럼프 미국 대통령이 미국에 수입되는 철강과 알루미늄 제품에 이어 반도체, 자동차 등에 대한 관세를 검토 중이라고 선언하면서 관련 업계의 고심이 깊어지고 있습니다. Okay, so we know that there's going to be, he did say 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum, but it was not confirmed completely. It's now we're moving on to semiconductors and automobiles. A lot of Korean companies are involved in these industries. This is a big industry for Korea.
Yeah, it's like a 3-hit attack right now. Semiconductors, 반도체, automobiles, 자동차, and of course steel, 철강. All of these things are things that Korean companies deal a lot with.
Yes.
So the only concrete news that we have right now is regarding the steel. So there was this concern, this 25% tariff on steel.
Right.
They were wondering how far it went with Korean exports.
So did you find something out?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
So originally, there was a 2.63 million ton duty-free steel export quota. 네, 263만 톤 무관세를 적용받고 있어요.
Yes.
한국이.
I heard about that.
But, so they were thinking, well, maybe this will stay.
Okay. We
People
can keep
were
it.
hoping that this kind of quota would stay. However, the latest news we found out is no. That original
No more
duty-free
quota?
steel is going away, and this 25% will be attached to that as well.
Oh, wow.
So this is definitely not good news for all of the steel-related industries here in Korea. And like we said, not just the steel, the semiconductor and automobile industries are worried. Donald Trump, the president of the United States, is currently considering tariffs on them as well. We don't know where they will be, but of course, exporting as well as the Korean companies that have factories in the United States, a lot of places will be affected.
Well, this is could be catastrophic. And I hear that some of these big steel companies are thinking about maybe building plants in America, but that's going to be a lot of money.
Right. It's a lot of money, and it's not something you can do right away.
Right.
Building a factory takes time. So there are a lot of people, we say scrambling, hurrying to find a solution.
That's right. And one thing is that in America, Korean cars are very popular because they're good quality and the price is great. But if this affects that, I really worry about the automobile industry too.
Right. So like we've said, Korean car makers, they do have factories in the United States, but Trump is currently considering taking away some electric vehicle subsidies. 네, 전기차 보조금이 폐지될까 봐 걱정하는 사람도 많아요.
Yes.
So even though it's a kind of domestic issue in the United States, it could still affect Korean companies
Absolutely.
that have the factories in the United States.
That's right. Okay, so this is not good news for Korean economy at this point. But let's look at this word semiconductors. Sometimes some people say semiconductors or semiconductors. What are you comfortable with?
I usually say semiconductors.
Semiconductors. Yeah, me too. 반도체죠.
Yeah.
And so, so semiconductors, they also will have a tariff in place.
Well, we're looking
not
at
yet.
it right now.
Yeah, we're looking at it.
Right now, there are no tariffs at all for Korean semiconductors.
Okay, so far.
they're considering.
But for steel, yes.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Let me read that again. Former U.S. President Donald Trump has announced he is considering imposing tariffs on semiconductors, automobiles, and other imported goods, following those already in place on steel and aluminum. The move is raising concerns across affected industries.